Hey everyone, I'm here today with Jaime Sanborn, Bartram librarian, and we're going to talk about servant leadership. Jamie's been doing an awesome job weaving this in with her middle school students, and we're going to learn some more. So Jaime, what have you been doing?
Well, we just successfully purchased over 320 books for the children at West Riverside Elementary School for the 5th year running.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And how do you, I know this is more than just a kid buying a book. Like, how do you connect, how do you get the kids to really understand what you're trying to do and how they're going to impact somebody else?
When we began the Library Media Ambassadors, we sat down and came up with a mission together. And our mission was to increase literacy for not only our own community and to promote a love of libraries, not only within our own community, but in the greater Jacksonville community as well. We wanted every child to really be influenced. So I said, imagine if they could get a book that they actually really wanted. And so we came up with this idea, and then at the time, Jack Milne was the head of the middle school, and he attended West Riverside Elementary School as a child, and so he asked if I would take on that school as our beneficiary. So our children here, the Library Media Ambassadors, and then the entire school, they realize that they're making the wish come true of an actual kid with a name, whose teacher's name they know, what grade they know. Like Johnny in Miss Smith's class wants this book, and so they can actually say, oh my gosh, I made this wish come true for this kid, not just some unknown. And then the Library Media Ambassadors sort all of the books, then they wrap them, and they put a little card with the book, and then on Friday, we're going to go and hand deliver the books to these children. So the media ambassadors would be like, I have Johnny's book, and Johnny's going to come up, take his book, open it. The children are adorable when they open their books. They're so excited. Oh, this is exactly the one I wanted. And our kids, there's been tears. Our kids are so amazed by the impact that just getting the book that you wanted has on a child. So it's really, really cool.
Hey, are there any other ideas that you'd like to implement in the future? What are the next steps?
Well, okay, so the next thing that we'll do is a book drive in February. Directly across the street, our neighbors at Love Grove Elementary School, they don't have a budget for their library. They have to make some really hard decisions about what gets cut and what gets funded. So I give them the credits that we earn. So with Follett, you have the book fair, and then you get a gift card for your, the money that you make. And so I give it directly to their library. So the LMA, the Library Media Ambassadors, run the entire book fair, soup to nuts. They set it up, they run the registers, they're in charge of any contests and incentives that we have, and the whole school gets involved, and we do raffles, and kids are donating their change. They'll buy a book and there'll be $1 left over. They'll say, just throw it in the jar. It's just amazing. So when it's all said and done, we give Love Grove not only the credit for the books, then we also usually give them some money towards their food bank, which we also do for West Riverside as well. Any superfluous cash that we're given on top of the books, we give them money for their food bank. So that's the next thing that we do, and the kids love that. Ideas for the future, I really want to see my kids get out into the community more. We're starting that a little bit this year with an organization called Jack's Thrive. So I've gone a couple times and volunteered with Jack's Thrive, and I brought a couple of my LMAs and kids from my other clubs and just other kids from Bulls. But that's something that I want to promote, that we do a lot. The kids get out, they spend a Saturday, they really walk the walk and expose themselves to see that there's a whole world of children in our community that have lived through some stuff and can use their help hands-on.
Right. I totally support that. Building empathy, one of the most important things you can do is put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see, you can never fully experience their life, but you can at least, understand it a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I know you also teach a class. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. So I teach an elective for 7th and 8th graders called Information Literacy. It is a research course. And the first quarter, because it's a semester-long course, So the first quarter is research skills. We do MLA, APA, and Turabian style, plagiarism, source evaluation, all of that, just core research skills. The second quarter is news literacy, which being that most of what they ingest information-wise comes from the internet, they just don't know what to do with it. So news literacy teaches them how to find truth, and how to see through bias and just everything that they need to be kind of savvy. So I use a program called Checkology, which is from the News Literacy Project. And Checkology, I've been in contact with them. We've been talking about things because I'm one of the few librarians that uses this. Usually it's like a journalism teacher or whatever. But it so ties in with information literacy skills that it's absolutely priceless, which is, segues me into what I'll explain. So I had been talking to them, and I had mentioned to them how priceless their software was and how wonderful it was, and so they asked, "Oh, can we interview you?" So they feature our school, and there's a picture of me teaching, and the program is phenomenal. So any students out there who really want to prepare themselves for writing on a higher academic level, starting at the middle school, it's a very useful elective to take on.
That's awesome. I know that's super important as we do prepare them for high school and for life. So thanks a lot. Thanks for doing that.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for all that you do.